I think close losses are very important, especially late in the year. You know, beginning of the year, I think people will lose a little bit of that in terms of memory 5, 6, 7 weeks down the road. Certainly at the end of the year, even with that loss, if you're at 10-2, 9-3, even 8-4, sometimes if it was tight, especially against a ranked opponent, that weighs into the voting and the selection committee's mind in terms of a team that you want to bring down for your bowl game. At the end of the year, when we make bowl selections in the SEC, the Big Ten, and the Big East for that matter, and Notre Dame with that selection in the FCSports Bowl, it's overall record that we're looking at. Whereas in the ACC, it's conference record. So there will be a huge difference usually at the end of the year, as there will be some separation in the overall category, especially with those non-conference games. But in the ACC, like last year, we had 5 and 6 teams that you could choose from as a result of the conference record. So that's going to be something to watch as conference play goes on this year, especially in the ACC. As we get into conference play, really the SEC and the Big Ten are showing a lot of what they always show. A lot of good teams starting to rise to the top. We're going to have a great selection, it looks like, at the end of that year. But one interesting team, Kentucky, I think, especially in the East and the SEC this year, could make some noise. A big game against Florida this week. I'm circling that ball game to see if Kentucky's for real, but would be a great opportunity for them to look at coming to Orlando at the end of the year. When you look at the Big East and you look at the ACC, again, I think you're starting to see some teams separate. But in the Big East, you've got 2 really kind of jumping out there, maybe 3 teams, 2 undefeated right now with West Virginia and Rutgers. You've got a decent team down there in Pitt, I think still. Louisville making some noise. Even though they've lost some games, Louisville has shown a lot of improvement under Coach Strong. So I'm excited about it. There's a long way to go. Want to see some separation in those conferences. We expect to see 8, 9, 10-win teams down here when we select for the FCSports Bowl.